Bienvenue, bonjour. Les pronoms relatifs, relative pronouns. We learn in this YouTube video. Relative pronouns are connectors of clauses or sentences. The main clause and the subordinate clause. They join two sentences into one. These relative pronouns replace nouns in the subordinate or relative clause. In French, the relative pronouns are qui, que, dont, vous, and lequel. We learn in detail these relative pronouns. Normally, the translation of relative pronouns in English is optional. It can be omitted. The first relative pronoun, qui, that takes the meaning of translation of who, which, that, replaces the subject in the relative clause. Qui, the relative pronoun qui, joins two sentences, replacing the subject in the second sentence. We have two sets of sentences on the screen. One, acheter ces pommes, elles sont délicieuses. Buy these apples, they are delicious. We have two sentences. Acheter ces pommes, buy these apples. Elles sont délicieuses. They are delicious. Both these sentences, these two sentences, talk about a common thing, apples. This noun, apples, becomes the subject in the second sentence. They are delicious. That is, the apples are delicious. The first sentence, buy these apples. The apples are delicious. They are delicious. The noun apples becomes the subject in the second sentence. Therefore, the subject personal pronoun al can be replaced by the relative pronoun qui. And now the two sentences are joined into one, and we get a single sentence like acheter ces pommes qui sont délicieuses. Buy these apples that are delicious. Acheter ces pommes, elles sont délicieuses. Two sentences have become acheter ces pommes qui sont délicieuses. The relative pronoun qui has replaced the subject in the second sentence and has made two sentences into one. The noun apple is an inanimate thing. It's not a person. So, qui takes the translation of meaning of that or which. Buy these apples which are delicious, or buy these apples that are delicious. Now, look at number 2, Voici Raghu. Here is Raghu. Raghu is intelligent. Both these sentences talk about a common noun, Raghu. What's the function of this common noun in the second sentence? Raghu is intelligent. Raghu plays the role of the subject. So again, Raghu, the noun Raghu, can be replaced by qui. we get a sentence Voici Raghu qui est intelligent. Here is Raghu who is intelligent. The Raghu of the second sentence has been replaced by ki, and the two sentences are joined into one. Voici Raghu, Raghu est intelligent. These two sentences have become Voici Raghu qui est intelligent. Here is Raghu, Raghu is intelligent. Here is Raghu, who is intelligent. Here, Raghu is a noun of a person, so ki takes the translation of who. The relative pronoun ki always represents the noun that precedes it. That is, ki represents the noun that comes before the relative pronoun. The noun is the antecedent. Next relative pronoun ka, whom, which, that. Whom, which, that replaces the direct object of the relative class. That is, the pronoun, relative pronoun ka joins two sentences replacing the direct object in the second sentence. Relative pronoun ki replaces the subject in the relative class, and ko replaces the direct object in the relative class. Look at the first set of sentences. Regardez ces pommes. Je les achète. Look at these apples. I buy them. That is, I buy the apples. The two sentences talk about a common noun, apples, and in the second sentence, this noun, apples, becomes the direct object. I buy the apples. So, apples, the direct object, can be replaced by the relative pronoun que. To get a sentence, regardez ces pommes que j'achète. Look at these apples that I buy. Or look at these apples which I buy. The noun apples is an inanimate noun, that is a thing. So here que takes the meaning of that or which. Regardez ces pommes, je les achète. Regardez ces pommes que j'achète. Look at these apples, I buy them. Look at these apples that I buy. Read number 2. Voici la fille, j'aime cette fille. Here is the girl, I like this girl. Both the sentences talk about a common noun, la fille, the girl. The girl becomes the direct object in the second sentence. That direct object noun can be replaced by the relative pronoun que, and both these sentences can be joined into one. To get a sentence, voici la fille que j'aime. Here is the girl whom I like. Girl, an animate noun, a noun of a person, so que takes the meaning of whom. Voici la fille, j'aime cette fille. Voici la fille que j'aime. Number 3 relative pronoun dont replaces the preposition the plus noun or the possessive adjective in the relative class in the second sentence. Dont, that takes the meaning of whose, of whom, of which, replaces the preposition the plus noun or the possessive adjective in the relative class. Here, the noun we talk about in the first sentence need not be the subject or direct object in the second sentence. The noun of the first sentence comes after a preposition the in the relative class, or in the two sentences to be joined, we talk about two different nouns. The noun of the first sentence is different and the noun of the second sentence is different. Then the noun of the first sentence becomes the owner of the noun of the second sentence. The noun of the first sentence is referred by a possessive adjective in the second sentence. Two examples are given. Read number 1. Voici la maison. Vous parlez de cette maison. Two sentences are given. Voici la maison. Here is the house. Second sentence. Vous parlez de cette maison. You speak about, you talk about this house. The noun of the first sentence, the house, comes after the preposition the, about, in the next sentence. So, this preposition the and the noun, the cette maison, can be replaced by dont, and thus these two sentences can be joined. To get a sentence like Voici la maison dont vous parlez. Here is the house about which or of which you speak. Voici la maison. Vous parlez de cette maison. Voici la maison dont vous parlez. Here is the house. You speak about the house. Here is the house about which you speak. Read the second example. Voici mon ami. Here is my friend. That's the first sentence. Sa maison est belle. His house is beautiful. In the first sentence, we talk about my friend. Here is my friend. So we talk about my friend, and in the second sentence, we talk about his house. His house is beautiful. So we have two different nouns in these sentences. The noun of the first sentence is my friend, and the noun of the second sentence is his house. Then, what is the function of the noun of the first sentence? My friend. My friend becomes the owner of the noun that is talked about in the second sentence. In the second sentence, we get a reminder of my friend only by a possessive adjective sa, his. Sa maison, his house is beautiful. The possessive adjective his refers to my friend. Whose house is beautiful? My friend's house is beautiful. The possessive adjective in the second sentence refers to the noun of the first sentence, my friend. That is, sa maison. His house means my friend's house. That is, the owner of the house is my friend. The owner of the house is the noun of the first sentence. In that case, that possessive adjective can be replaced by dont, and with the following noun, the definite article is incorporated. So, sa maison should become dans la maison, because maison is feminine singular. Sa maison will become dans la maison. To get a sentence like voici mon ami dans la maison est belle. Here is my friend whose the house is beautiful. In English it should be here is my friend whose house is beautiful. The next relative pronoun vous replaces complement of place or time in the relative class. It takes the meaning of where as the complement of place and when as the complement of time. Two examples are given on the screen. Read the first example. Je vais à Paris. I go to Paris. Mon ami habite à Paris. My friend lives at Paris. I go to Paris. My friend lives at Paris. So we talk about Paris. The noun of the first sentence, Paris, becomes the complement of place in the second sentence. I go to Paris where my friend lives. When the noun of the first sentence becomes the complement of place in the second sentence, you can join these two sentences with the help of the relative pronoun vous that takes the meaning of where to get a sentence like Je vais à Paris où mon ami habite. I go to Paris where my friend lives. At Paris is replaced by where, the relative pronoun. So it becomes Je vais à Paris où mon ami habite. I go to Paris, my friend lives at Paris. Becomes I go to Paris where my friend lives. Read the second example. Il est 10 heures. It is 10 o'clock. Tu arrives à 10 heures. You arrive at 10 o'clock. So we talk about a time. 10 o'clock. It is 10 o'clock. You arrive at 10 o'clock. The noun of the first sentence, 10 o'clock, becomes the complement of time in the second sentence. So, both these sentences can be joined with the relative pronoun vous to get a sentence like Il est 10 heures où tu arrives. It is 10 o'clock when you arrive. Here, it's complement of time, so the relative pronoun vous takes the translation of when, not where. It is when, because In the second example, we replace a complement of time. In the first example, we replace a complement of place at Paris. But in the second example, we replace a complement of time at 10 o'clock. To conclude, the last preposition local, whom, which replaces a noun after any preposition in the relative class. Some examples are given. Let's read the first one. C'est le mur, je marche derrière le mur. So we talk about le mur, the wall. This is the wall. I walk behind the wall. So the noun of the first sentence, le mur, is coming after a preposition in the second sentence, derrière. Le mur is coming after a preposition, derrière. Therefore, le mur after the preposition can be replaced by local. Local. To get a sentence like c'est le mur derrière lequel je marche. This is the wall behind which I walk. The wall is an inanimate noun, a thing. So local takes the meaning of which. This is the wall behind which I walk. C'est le mur derrière lequel je marche. The noun le mur replaced by the relative pronoun is masculine singular. So we write lequel. Lequel. Look at example 2. Say mala. This is mala. Tu marches devant mala. You walk in front of mala. So the noun of the first sentence mala is coming after a preposition devant in the next sentence. Therefore, mala, the noun in the relative class that comes after a preposition devant, can be replaced by local. Here we write local because mala is feminine singular. Laquelle. To get a sentence, say mala devant laquelle tu marches. Mala is an animate noun, a person. So instead of local, it's allowed to write qui also. Devant qui tu marches. Both take the meaning of this is mala, in front of whom you walk. Please note, in order to replace a noun after a preposition, if you have a noun of a thing, you can replace that noun only by local or the forms of local. What are the forms? 1. Local, Lequel. 2. Local, Laquelle. If the noun replaced is feminine singular, lequel, lesquels. If the noun is masculine plural, and if the noun is feminine plural, what will you do? lesquelles. So you can use any one of these 4 forms when you replace the noun after a preposition. However, qui also can be used when the noun you replace after the preposition is a noun of a person. Read number 3. Voici mes amis. Je marche avec mes amis. Here are my friends. I walk with my friends. So, my friends, the noun of the first sentence comes after a preposition avec in the second sentence. So, mes amis after avec can be replaced by lesquels or qui. To get a sentence like voici mes amis avec lesquels or avec qui je marche. Here are my friends with whom I walk. My friends masculine plural, so we use lesquels. Lesquels. Read the fourth example. Voici mes sœurs. Here are my sisters. I speak for my sisters. Je parle pour mes sœurs. So, the noun of the first sentence, my sisters, is coming after a preposition pour, for in the second sentence. So, we replace my sisters after the preposition pour by the relative pronoun lesquels or qui. Lesquelles, because my sisters, the noun is feminine plural. To get a sentence like voici mes sœurs pour lesquelles or pour qui je parle. Here are my sisters for whom I speak. Please make a note. After a preposition, qui is used for persons only, animate nouns only. Local, lesquels can be used both for persons and things. However, qui for persons and local for things is the most common. We have 10 sentences to read and understand. 1. C'est la maison qui est belle. This is the house that is beautiful. This is the house which is beautiful. Number 2. C'est la maison que j'aime. This is the house that I like. Number 3. C'est la maison dont je vous parle. This is the house about which, of which I talk to you. C'est la maison, number 4. C'est la maison où j'habite. This is the house where I live. Number 5. C'est à 5 heures où tu viens. This is at 5 o'clock, 5 hours when you come. Number 6. C'est la cour devant laquelle nous jouons. This is the ground in front of which we play. 7. C'est mon ami qui est intelligent. This is my friend who is intelligent. Number 8. C'est mon ami que tu regardes. This is my friend whom you look at. 9. C'est mon ami dont la femme est belle. This is my friend whose wife is beautiful. This is my friend whose wife is beautiful. Number 10. C'est mon ami avec qui nous jouons. This is my friend with whom we play. Browsing and reading of this lesson is highly solicited till the content of the relative pronouns and these 10 sentences is completely understood. You have 10 sentences to be translated from English to French. Do it carefully. Go through this lesson again. If you have any doubts can be clarified with the help of comment box. We come to the end of this lesson dealing with relative pronouns. You may subscribe to this YouTube channel for the notifications of the latest lessons. We'll meet in the next lesson. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.